Grand C-Max is Ford's answer to people who believe that the C-Max is lacking a crucial 50 litres of storage space and a couple more seats. So you might think that, as a car based on a car that's a bit bigger than another car, it's a pretty niche offering. That's as may be, but the more airy cabin provides better visibility, and increased storage space inside the Grand C-Max, as well as those 2 extra seats, will appeal to growing families. The Grand is 140mm longer and 58mm higher than the C-Max, and around 100 kilos heavier. Oddly enough, the increased weight hasn't really dented drivability. There's still plenty of feedback through the steering wheel and it corners really well. But it's not dented the ride comfort either. That's particularly smooth, and if anything, it's better than the C-Max. That's not really a surprise when you consider that much larger Ford MPVs like the Galaxy also handle surprisingly well, while remaining comfortable and hushed, meaning the car makes for an excellent cruiser. There are frankly loads of petrol and diesel engines, so you'll have to be sure you find the one that fits your needs. Consider also the PowerShift semi-automatic gearbox. It works particularly well in the Grand C-Max. As ever, the 1.6 litre EcoBoost petrol engines will provide the most fun, while returning officially good mileage, but turbo diesels are usually the best choice for the best blend of performance and economy in cars like this. Trim levels on the Grand C-Max are very simple. There are only 2 and both are well equipped. The Grand also gains the likes of these sliding doors over the normal C-Max. Rear seats fold flat to extend luggage space to over 1700 litres. That's a good amount more than a normal family hatch will generally offer, so there's the option to use the Grand C-Max as a people mover or a load carrier, or a combination of the 2. The space makes the Grand C-Max a comfortable place to be, so too does the finish in the cabin. Although the 2 rearmost seats in the C-Max are realistically for kids only, there is a comfort system that allows this middle rear seat to be folded down and then under into this seat here. Now what this does, it creates more room for these 2 passengers, but also creates a handy gangway to the rear. So what's not to like? Well, prices may at first glance look rather steep, but for this amount of car, they're not really over the odds. Arguably, the Grand C-Max is in a very narrow niche with the C-Max below and the S-Max above, but there are some fairly unique touches on the Grand C-Max, like this electronic tailgate and these sliding doors, which mean if you are in a market for an MPV, it's very hard to ignore.